Okay, so today I'm going to show you something that is extremely important and some people might not even believe. And that is the real reason why many people try to start an online business or affiliate marketing business and end up not getting the results that they intended. Why do people with good intentions try to start a business and not get the results that they hope for? Have you ever heard of this happening? Has that ever happened to you at some point? Well, of course, it's happened to many of us, and it might have happened many times. Why does a person, for instance, start a business and then end up seeming to fail and not get the results that they wanted to? Well, trust me, that's what most people seem to experience the most. And it's definitely not uncommon, so at least you can take some comfort in. It's kind of normal to experience that to some extent. And there's a way to hack or rewire your mind. And that's why it's very important for all of us to be aware of what's already been proven in the field of psychology and personal development in general, about how the subconscious mind creates the results in business and finance. And what a lot of people don't realize is that many of us could have deep unconscious core beliefs that resist or sabotage our intentions. On the one hand, your conscious, logical mind makes a decision to do a certain thing. But there's another force going on inside yourself stopping it from happening. Yeah, imagine what it could be like if you could get those two forces to agree. You could have that power that is unstoppable in success. People who rely only on the logical mind to get results will find themselves conquered by this massive, unseen, hidden power of the subconscious mind. It doesn't matter if you're starting an online business or you're doing affiliate marketing or you are buying a restaurant franchise or a kiosk business selling screen protectors for cell phones in the mall. Or what if you decide to start a software development company? You might have a great idea and you might have an intention to cause it to happen, but then something stops you from doing it. And this is why it's useless to use this logical mind to get results. If you could use your logical mind to get a list of things, that if you could just do the things on the list that cause results to happen, it's the unconscious mind that causes you to recognize that list. You'll find a way of not doing it. You don't believe it. You will doubt it. You will look for something else. If someone just gave you a list of things and said, do all the things on this list, then you'll get results, chances are you would find some way to not believe it, to not recognize it, and you would find some way to not do it. But this gets very subtle. The subconscious mind can find a way to make you believe that you're not worthy of doing it. It can make you believe that it's not worth trying, that you're just not good enough, and therefore you can't get the results. And all of this takes place outside of conscious awareness. Well, you believe you're just using your logical mind to make decisions to get results. If you try to use 100% logic and willpower to force yourself to get the results, that has already long since been proven to not work. And by now, most of us have experienced that. And most of us are to some degree aware of the prevailing evidence that this is true. For instance, average people will come across the idea of starting a business and then they might think, well, this won't work. I better just keep on working at my job and just forget this whole starting a business nonsense. So only a small percentage of people will even consider starting a business and make a decision to actually take action to make it happen. And out of all the people who do make that decision, only a small percentage will ever follow through with the rest of the actions to make it happen. Now, this has all been proven for decades and to some extent for centuries or millennia. Stanley Druckenmiller, a famous trader of the financial markets, who at one time was with the George Soros Quantum Fund. He ended up giving $100 million to the New York University to found their neuroscience department. Why? Because transforming the mind and the nervous system was found to be vital in the field of business and trading financial markets. Fortunately, it's been demonstrated by many wise mentors throughout history how to change your thinking and beliefs and learn about how to master the power of having faith and a positive mindset and a positive self-concept. Positive self-concept and identity is something that we'll talk a lot more about in a future video. People like Napoleon Hill, Earl Nightingale, Bob Proctor, innovators like Richard Bandler. Now, if you're one of the people who has the reaction that starting a business has nothing to do with the unconscious mind, I found a surefire way that you can transform that limitation and become one of the people who knows the unconscious mind is the key to success. And here it is. Step 1. Read a book on personal development, success, entrepreneurship, anything related to that. Yes, that's right. The reason that you believe that the unconscious mind is not the reason for having success is because you never read a book on personal development or success. You never heard of the field of hypnotherapy or neuro-linguistic programming. And if you have that belief, you certainly never studied these things. So you can pretty much find out that it's true by reading any book on personal development. Or if you want to do something more than just read a book, you could attend a seminar like T. Harv Eker's Millionaire Mind Intensive or any Tony Robbins seminar. Or you could watch a video on YouTube. Watch a video on success or anything related to that. Or if you don't want to watch one of these long YouTube videos, you could watch a 30-second reel on that subject. I discovered that the challenge is that many of us from working class backgrounds are not familiar with these principles that the entrepreneur world is well familiar with. And that's because working class people don't read books on success. They just work at jobs and then sit on couches watching Netflix or head to the bar. And that's why they would even try to use logic and will to force themselves to not watch Netflix or go to the bar, and that would give them the result. But the problem is that many people are trying to make this shift from becoming a working class person to becoming an entrepreneur. And they're not aware that reprogramming the unconscious mind is the key that's needed to transform their results. In spite of all the experts repeating this over and over again, a lot of people still are not aware of that, or they just don't grasp it or believe it. Now, reprogramming the unconscious mind is not something that just happens by accepting these beliefs. For instance, if you just consciously, okay, I accept that entrepreneurship is what I should now do, that doesn't change your unconscious beliefs. And the method of reprogramming requires knowledge of proven evidence-based techniques that have been handed down through history and are still being studied and developed today. Methods like neuro-linguistic programming, hypnotherapy, energy psychology, cognitive behavior therapy, Jungian psychology can all play a role in creating this deliberate transformation. A transformation of the unconscious level that ends up creating success, peak performance, and true personal development. These are what create the results that you want, like making more money and having more happiness and fulfillment in life. I'm Scott Schubert, by the way, and my passion is helping people discover their true potential and create massive financial success, or just the right amount for you to live the life that you really want. Now, when you're ready, just reach out and let me know that you understand what I've been referring to here, and you'd like to take the next step to making this change at an unconscious level. Click the link to schedule a free consultation, and let's get this started. The life you desire and the life you deserve is waiting just up ahead. I look forward to working with you. I'll see you in the next video.